Create 3 new folders inside your Obsidian vault by right-clicking in the File Explorer sidebar, selecting New Folder, and naming them Drafts, Review, and Approved. These 3 folders will act as the core pipeline for your entire document approval workflow, giving you a clear visual separation between work that is still being written, documents that are waiting for feedback, and finalized files that are ready for use. Once those folders are in place, you have already built the structural backbone of your system, and everything else will simply plug into it. If this approach to organizing your documents appeals to you, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Then let's walk through the rest of the setup. Begin by opening your Drafts folder and creating your central command center, a note called Document Tracker. This single note will serve as the dashboard where you can see the status of every document in your pipeline at a glance. Inside this note, type a Level 1 heading that says Document Tracker, then add a Level 2 heading for Document List, where you will eventually link to each working document. Below that, create a section called Document Information, with placeholder fields for title, owner, department, status, version, and last updated. Then add an Approval Progress section with fields for reviewer, approval status, and comments. Finish with a Related Documents section where you can store internal links to other relevant files. This sounds like a lot of text, but once you set it up once, you simply reuse it for every document you track. The real benefit here is that by keeping all of this metadata in one note, you eliminate the need to open each individual file just to check where it stands in the approval cycle. Now, inside that same Drafts folder, create your actual working documents. Each draft should contain the document's purpose, its content, the responsible person, the current version number, and any review requirements. The reason this matters is that keeping drafts strictly inside the Drafts folder prevents anyone on your team from accidentally using an incomplete or unapproved version in a real workflow. You never want someone citing a policy or procedure that hasn't even been reviewed yet. So every document starts its life here, lives here while it is being written, and only leaves once it is genuinely ready for someone else's eyes. When a draft is complete enough to need feedback, move that file from the Drafts folder into the Review folder. Do not just copy it, actually drag it over so the file physically moves to the new folder. This physical move is the action that signals to your entire team that the document has entered the next stage. Once inside Review, it is time to create a companion note called Review Checklist. Inside that note, add a Level 1 heading called Review Checklist, then a Document Review section with fields for document, reviewer, and review date. Next, build a checklist with line items such as content accuracy, formatting, completeness, and requirements. Under a Feedback heading, leave space for the reviewer's notes, and finally add an Approval Decision section with 3 options: Approved, Needs Changes, and Rejected. The power of this checklist is that it forces every reviewer to evaluate the document using the same criteria. Without it, one person might focus only on spelling while another checks only formatting, and you end up with inconsistent quality. By using this template, you standardize the review process and make it much easier to see at a glance what is holding a document back. Once a document has been reviewed and approved, move it into the third and final folder, Approved. Only documents that have passed the checklist and received a positive decision should ever land here. This folder is your source of truth for finalized work. Inside it, create a note called Approved Documents. Structure it with a Level 1 heading, then an Approved List where you will link to each approved file, followed by a Document Information section with fields for title, approved by, approval date, version, and location. Finish with a Notes section for any additional remarks. This note functions as a permanent record of every approval your team has completed. If someone ever asks, which version of the SOP was approved last quarter, you can open this note and find the answer in seconds. With the folders and notes in place, you now need to tie everything together using Obsidian's internal linking. Inside your document tracker, type double square brackets around the name of each draft document to create a clickable link. Inside each draft, add a link back to the document tracker so you can jump between them. When a document moves into review, add a link to its review checklist note from the document itself, and add a link to the document from the checklist. After approval, link the approved version in the approved documents note and also link it back to the original draft to preserve the full history. This might feel like extra work, but what you are really doing is building a web of connected information that lets you follow a document's entire lifecycle without searching through dozens of folders. A single click takes you from the tracker to the draft, from the draft to the review checklist, and from the checklist to the final approved version. To make your workflow even more scannable, add properties to your documents. In Obsidian, properties are metadata fields that appear at the top of a note. Add properties like status, owner, reviewer, version, approval date, and department. These properties show up in a clean table format and make it easy to sort or filter documents if you use Obsidian's built-in search or a plugin like DataView. For example, you could instantly pull up every document with a status of under review, or every file owned by a specific person. This is far more efficient than opening each note individually. Similarly, use tags to categorize documents by type. At the bottom of each note, add tags such as draft, under review, approved, policy, or SOP. Tags work across your entire vault, so even if you have hundreds of documents, you can click a single tag in the sidebar and see every document of that type instantly. This becomes especially valuable as your document library grows beyond a handful of files. Finally, understand the end-to-end process you have built. You create a document in drafts, update the document tracker with its details, move it to review when it is ready. The reviewer runs the checklist, and if approved, the document moves to approved and gets recorded in the approved documents note. That is your complete workflow from creation to final sign-off. This system replaces scattered emails, lost chat messages, and confusion about which version is current. Every document has a clear home based on its status. Every review follows a consistent checklist, and every approval is recorded in a single searchable location. Your team will always know where a document stands, who is responsible for it, and what still needs to happen before it becomes official. Save this video or bookmark these steps so you can reference them the next time you need to set up a document approval process in Obsidian. Thanks for watching, and good luck building your system.